Hello students, today in this video let us see how to solve few more problems in characteristic functions. So let us move on to the second problem. Let y is equal to ax plus b. Show that if phi x of omega is the characteristic function of x, then the characteristic function of y is given by phi y of omega is equal to e power I omega b into phi x of a omega. So to solve this, first what we will do is we will consider phi y of omega. By the definition of characteristic function, phi y of omega is equal to expectation of e to the power I omega y. But according to the given problem, y is nothing but ax plus b. So in the place of y, now we will put ax plus b. So if we see, we can split this into two functions and rewrite it as expectation of e to the power I omega ax. Another function we can write it as e to the power I omega b. So we have already learnt that expectation of e of a into x can be written as a into expectation of x, where a is a constant. Similarly, if we take this, e to the power I omega b is a constant. So that e to the power I omega b we will write outside, and phi y of omega now becomes e power I omega b into expectation of e to the power I omega ax. So by the definition of characteristic equation, expectation of e to the power I omega ax is nothing but phi x of a omega. So phi y of omega now becomes e power I omega b into phi x of a omega. This is what we have to prove according to the question. So now let us move on to the next question. The next question is, find the characteristic function of the random variable x uniformly distributed between 0 and 1. According to this problem, now we have to find the characteristic function for a uniform distribution. So let us see how to find this. So let us see the solution. We know that for the uniform distribution, f x of x is given by 1 by b minus a for a less than x less than b, 0 otherwise. If we compare here, in the place of a we have 0 and in the place of b we have 1. So f x of x becomes 1 by 1 minus 0, which is 1, for 0 less than x less than or equal to 1. Now consider the definition of the characteristic function, which is given by phi of omega is equal to expectation of e to the power I omega x, which can be written as integral minus infinity to plus infinity f x of x into e power I omega x dx. Here we have already seen the value of f x of x is 1. So when we put the value 1, we get phi of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity e to the power I omega x. So on integration we get e power I omega x divided by I omega. Let us apply the limits 0 to 1. When we apply the limit 0 to 1, we get 1 by I omega into, when we put x is equal to 1, we get e power I omega. Similarly, when we put e power I omega x, when x is equal to 0, it becomes 1. So the final answer is phi of omega is equal to e power I omega minus 1 divided by I omega. So now we can say, when we have a uniform distribution between 0 to 1, phi omega is e power I omega minus 1 divided by I omega. Let us see one more problem. The problem goes like this. The characteristic function of a random variable x is given by phi of omega is equal to 1 minus mod of omega if mod of omega is less than 1, 0 if mod of omega is greater than 1. Find the PDF of f of x. That means in this problem they have given us the characteristic function and we have to find what is fx of x. In the yesterday's video we have already seen the formula to find the PDF, that is fx of x. The formula to find fx of x is fx of x is equal to 1 by 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus infinity phi of omega into e power minus I omega x into d omega. Since we know phi of omega is nothing but the Fourier transform of fx of x. Hence, if we have to find fx of x, we have to take the inverse Fourier transform of phi of omega. So now, to solve the problem, first we will rewrite this omega as, see, mod of omega becomes minus omega between minus 1 to 0. And mod of omega becomes plus omega when it lies between 0 to 1. So on rewriting this, we get phi of omega is equal to 1 plus omega for minus 1 less than omega less than 0. I told you mod of omega becomes minus omega between the interval minus 1 to 0. Similarly, mod of omega becomes plus omega in the interval 0 to 1. So next it becomes 1 minus omega for 0 less than omega less than 1, 0 otherwise. So we will rewrite this. Now take the equation to solve fx of x. To solve fx of x, the formula is fx of x is equal to 1 by 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity phi of omega into e power minus omega x d omega. So let us split the integral and rewrite it as 1 by 2 pi. So when we see the interval here, the interval is from minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1. So minus infinity to plus infinity, the integral now becomes fx of x is equal to minus 1 to 0. Phi of omega is 1 plus omega into e power I omega x d omega plus in the interval 0 to 1 phi of omega becomes 1 minus omega into e power I omega x d omega. So let us integrate it now by applying the integration by Bernoulli's rule. So this becomes 1 by 2 pi 1 plus omega into integral of e to the power I omega x becomes e power minus I omega x divided by minus ix. Immediately I will apply the limits minus 1 to 0. Next, minus the differentiation of the first function becomes 1 into integral of second becomes e power minus I omega x divided by minus I x whole square, and apply the limit minus 1 to 0. Now the second integral becomes now first function 1 minus omega I will write as it is. Integral of e power minus I omega x becomes e power minus I omega x divided by minus ix. Apply the limits 0 to 1. Minus the differential of first function becomes minus 1, and the integral of second function becomes e power minus I omega x divided by minus ix whole square, and apply the limit 0 to 1. So when we simplify this, we get 1 by 2 pi into, I will take this minus ix in the denominator as a common outside. So it becomes minus 1 by ix, and I have to apply the limit for 1 plus omega into e power minus I omega x. Here minus ix square, when I simplify, negative, the square of a negative number is positive. So it becomes I square x square. The value of I square is minus. So it becomes minus x square. So minus and the minus outside here, it becomes plus. So you will get a plus. Plus 1 by x square is outside, and I will apply the limits for e power minus I omega x. Similarly, in the third term, the constant minus ix I will take outside. I have to apply the limit for 1 minus omega e power minus I omega x. Now let us see what happens in the last term. Here the square of a negative number becomes positive. So it becomes I square x square. The value of I square is minus 1 into x square becomes minus x square. So here we get 3 minuses, 1 minus outside, here 1 minus, and the denominator again it becomes minus. So the sign outside the bracket becomes negative. So it is minus 1 by x square, and we have to apply the limit for e power minus I omega x, and apply the limit 0 to 1. So when I apply the upper limit here, 1 plus 0 becomes 1 into e power 0 is 1. So when we put the upper limit, we get 1. When we put the lower limit, 1 minus 1 becomes 0. 0 multiplied by anything becomes 0. In the second term here, 1 by x square into e power 0 becomes 1. When we put e power in the place of x, if I put minus 1, I get e power minus e power ix minus 1 by ix. When we put the upper limit, it becomes 0. When I put the lower limit, it becomes e power 0 becomes 1. Similarly, when we simplify the last by applying the limit, we get minus 1 by x square into e power minus ix minus 1. So let us simplify it further by opening the brackets. When we open the bracket, it becomes minus 1 into minus 1 by ix into 1 becomes minus 1 by ix. Next here 1 plus 1 by x square, plus into minus becomes minus e power ix by x square. Third term, when we open the bracket, minus will become plus 1 by ix, and the last becomes minus e power ix by x square, minus becomes plus 1 by x square. So here further 1 by 2 pi into, if we see minus 1 by ix plus 1 by ix cancels each other. We have two like terms, 1 by x square becomes 2 by x square, and here two more terms are there. In both these terms minus sign is common. Take the minus sign common outside. When we take minus sign common outside, we get e power ix plus e power minus ix divided by x square. Further it becomes 1 by 2 pi into 2 by x square minus e power ix plus e power minus ix is nothing but 2 cos x. It becomes minus 2 cos x by x square. Here 2 is common in both the terms. Take the 2 common outside, cancel with the 2 outside which is in the denominator. So we get 1 by pi. Here LCM is x square and numerator becomes 1 minus x square. We already know 1 minus x square can be written as 2 sine square x by 2 in terms of half angles. So fx of x is equal to 2 sine square x by 2 by pi x square. So this is how we can solve problems in characteristic functions. It is enough for today. Let us solve few more problems in the next video. Thank you.